all. Let's discuss sales. Now, we talk a lot about acquiring new sales, new memberships, new clients. But we don't often discuss retention of those clients or those members. Specifically, in this context, let's talk about saving deals. Specifically, okay, so maybe you're a personal trainer or a massage therapist, and someone wants to quit. Someone wants to give up. Someone wants to cease paying you. Maybe they don't see value in it anymore. Maybe they don't see, maybe they have other bills. I mean, we don't know. That's what we have to find out. First thing is, what does saving a deal entail? And why are we in this situation to start with? Well, we're going to find out through asking questions, of course. What this entails is getting said member or client alone, away from distractions, in a room, sitting down. An awful lot like you did when you first sold them originally, or how they should have been sold originally. Now, this can be done through virtual. This can be done virtually, or this could be done one-on-one in a room. Just as long as there's not distractions. You want them to be sitting down, though, regardless, because you want to have their undivided attention, and you want to be able to connect with them. And emotion is going to be stirred when you have one-on-one, no distractions, and you can engage with them as their dance partner, like we often talk about. First thing we need to know is that retention, whether it's big picture retention or whether it's in the micro, right here, right now, we have to save this deal. You have to understand what it is. It is selling over time, right? It is reselling over time. All this means, if this person is in your office right now or in front of you on the computer right now and does no longer, or wants to discontinue their service with you, this means that they weren't serviced properly over time. Sometimes. Now, sometimes it's a legitimate excuse, right? Maybe they're relocating and they can't physically use your brick and mortar location. Maybe they have a legit, maybe it's a health concern, heaven forbid. Maybe it's it's a value concern. Maybe they found someone else. We don't know. Like I say, we're about to find out. But over time, sales is service over time. So if you're doing a good job of doing that, you probably shouldn't be in that situation. If you're providing value, you're selling them, continue to sell them over time. As I've always discussed, it's not good enough to sell them. When the first time you sell them, they sign the dotted line. That's the beginning of the sale. That's not the end. Young, inexperienced salespeople think, oh, they congratulate themselves, pat themselves on the back, and they proceed to, hey, I've sold the deal. That's it. That's the end of it. It's not. It's just beginning. That's the whole point of this. Retention is sales over time, providing value over time. Doing what you did to close the deal at the beginning, but doing it over time and getting feedback and feeling the person out, constant communication, adding value, still continuing to build commitment, selling on health, wellness, and fitness, and not on price, and all this stuff, giving them a big picture of where you're going, show them results, all the stuff we always talk about. But now we have a situation where somebody's sitting right in front of us in the moment about to quit. What do? Well, now it's now or never. So you have to get them sitting down. That's number one. We talked about that. Number two, we go right back to what we did at the beginning. Now, it is not necessary for you to draw out every little thing that you did before, like bring out the piece of paper you did to write down their initial goals, or maybe it's on the computer or whatever, maybe have it scanned in somewhere. That's not necessary. It's nice to know, right? But be in the moment with them. Remember, you just met them, brand new, like you just met them. And maybe you did. Maybe you're saving it for someone else or your business, and you have never met this person before. But it's the same process. Start from the beginning, and say, oh, I understand you. Oh, you want to stop? Oh, you're a quitter, huh? Build rapport, make them laugh a little bit. Yeah, I'm not really using it that much. Or maybe they don't even offer that. Yeah, I want to quit. I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, get them started, deaf ear, whatever they're saying, and get right into it. Well, let me ask you, you know, Mrs. Snow, can I ask you why you no longer do? Did we do something? Did I insult you? No, 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 no. I just want to. Okay, well, well, let me ask you this. But I'm working on paperwork, pretending to work on the paperwork, whatever it takes. What were you trying to accomplish when you came in? I mean, or how long? I see you haven't used the gym much. I see you haven't come in for your massage therapy or your chiropractic work that often. Why not? Well, X, Y, and Z excuse. Okay, well, I know for me, I wouldn't want to quit, or I wouldn't want to continue to service either if I wasn't using it. Can I ask you why you weren't using it? Oh, well, again, X, Y, and Z. Okay. Do you feel like you would have gotten more value out of it? I know for me, if I'm not getting value out of something, I've got bills that I want to use, and there's bills that I feel have a lot of value, and then there's bills that I have that I'm just not using. So when you first initially joined, why were you here? What were specifically were you trying to get out of it? And why was it a must for you? Again, I'm going through this very quickly, but I want to know exactly what they were trying to accomplish and why they were doing it. They're going to tell me that's their driving want. Well, what's changed? Mrs. Snow, what's changed? Did that disappear? Did your need to improve your health disappear all of a sudden? Well, no, right? And you weren't using it. So, in my experience, Mrs. Snow, when people come to the gym, for example, and they're not using their membership, it's oftentimes because of a couple of reasons. They were getting bored. They didn't really know what to do on the gym floor, so they got frustrated. Maybe they felt dumb on the floor. They didn't know what to do. They didn't have a plan of attack. They were throwing a bunch of stuff against the wall and hoping it worked. And when they didn't, and they didn't see results, and they got bored, no one is going to stick with it. Am I wrong? I mean, I wouldn't stick with it. Did we get you help when you first came in? What did you do when you first started coming in? Because obviously, if you didn't feel like you're getting results, you went, I'd quit too. Oh, well, I did for a little while. Then this and that came up. I just got, well, let me ask you this. I mean, do you really want to quit? Because if you just stop, I hope you're not giving up on your health and wellness. You're going to work out somewhere, aren't you? What are you going to do if you don't do this? Well, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Okay, well, let me ask you this. What if I did X, Y, and Z? Because I really don't want you to quit. I don't think you want to quit. Plus, here's the thing. I'm here to hold you accountable. If I just let you quit, then I fail my job. I can't fail my job and then offer them solutions. Now, again, I took you through a really basic, that was very, very basic in nature. But my point is that you can take it any direction you want to. All you need to know is this person probably doesn't want to quit. No one's going to quit if they're seeing results, if they're not bored, if it's dynamic sort of workouts and they're interested, they're engaged, they have a strong social life there, or at least they're seeing results. No one's going to quit if they're on a consistent, very well planned plan of attack that's going to lead them in the right direction. They're seeing results. They're not going to quit. They're engaged. So that's where not only you can take someone who's about to quit and save them, but now you can take it a step further. Mrs. Snow, what if I get you with someone? Right? I mean, I don't want you here feeling like you're walking around not knowing what to do. I tell you what, if I put you with a personal trainer, or maybe even better, if you could put them with yourselves, I will personally, to make sure that I've had this conversation with you, I know what's going on. What if I take you through and I personally make a start with a plan of attack, and we'll work with you a couple times to get you started. If you want to do more, maybe you try to sell them there, or maybe you just, and they say, no, well, I tell you what, I'll do it complimentary, 2 or 3 sessions with you to get you started. How's that sound? Again, you don't have to drop right away. If they're willing to bite on personal training right then, commit to them right then. But if they don't, then say, hey, you'll personally take them through it yourself. And they take them through a few sessions. And then at that point, once they do it, you can sell them personal training because you've established the value, and then reclose on that. And then say, again, you'll personally do it. Or you'll hand them off to a personal trainer and introduce them to that personal trainer. I mean, if it's your own personal client, for example, and this is your own business, then clearly you're going to do that yourself. Say, look, I don't want you to quit. What do you feel like you're not? Be honest with me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. What's going to be, if you were seeing the results you wanted, what is your concern? They might say price. Okay, well, that's your own business at that point. If you're a one-on-one personal training client, then it's your own business. So you decide whether it's price. But remember, it's never price. It's always value. Give them more, 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 more. Well, okay, what can I do from here? How can I keep you as a member or as a client rather? So regardless, it's always going to be the same thing. You're reclosing them just like you did when you originally closed them. Go back to their original goals, specifically stir up the emotion, talk about their drive and want. Why are they doing this? Did that drive, that inspiration just go away? Of course it didn't. Their motivation went away because remember, that's not sustainable. I want to. It'd be nice if. Those are always motivations. That's why they come and go. Bring that up to them. So you're motivated still. You're still driven, but your motivation is gone, isn't it? Right? Because it's not sustainable. You don't have a strong enough reason why. You don't have anything to lean on. Why is this a must for you? You're going to stop showering tomorrow? You're going to stop brushing your teeth tomorrow? Of course not. That'd be silly. So you're telling me you're going to stop taking care of yourself? No. Okay. Well, then what are you going to do if we're not working out here? If you don't have a set plan, what are you going to do? You have to do something, correct? What's it going to be? I mean, you can take in all sorts of directions. My point is that get them engaged again. Find the drive you want. Find their goals. Reclose them. Get them saying yes to you. Reclose them. Okay. And if you're having a hard time with it, you can do drops like that. I think you can easily switch around and get more training, or get training out of it, or personally take them through the workouts, or commit. You can even do things like, look, I'll offer you a complimentary month. Give me a chance to prove it to you. Just don't quit. I will comp you a complimentary month. And if it's not good at the end of it, and you feel like you're in the same position you were in before, whatever that is, emotionally, physically, whatever your concern was, then I'll go and cancel you out personally. How's that sound? Who's going to say no to that? Reclose. You don't need a bunch of background information. You need to be with them one-on-one, make them feel important in the moment. That's probably why they're quitting to start with. They don't feel important enough. They feel lost. They don't know what to do. They're frustrated. They're bored. It's not dynamic enough. They're not getting results they want. Where's this coming from? It could be nutrition. We got to find out why, and then you have to reestablish what you're going to offer them a solution. Then you're going to reclose them. All right, whatever you got to do. Okay, well that's saving a deal in a nutshell. It's very important to know the skill. If you own your own business, or if you have your own gym, or you're managing a gym. Also, it's very important if you're managing a gym or your own personal business. You send in your best people to reclose, and that's all saving a deal is. It's reclosing. It's reestablishing that you care, reestablishing connection, rapport, and reclosing. So whatever you do, don't just have a front desk person do it or somebody that's not savvy with sales. You're going to lose the deal. They don't care. They don't have any skin in the game, number one. Number two, they don't have the skills to perform the save. Why are you going to have them do? I see businesses do this all the time, health and wellness businesses, and I never understand why. All right? I mean, what you really want to do is find the person who originally sold them, if they're available, because that person has skin in the game, and they know what it took to close them the first time, and they're not going to want to lose that deal. Secondly, if you don't have that person available, then get the next best person available. Right? But if it's your client, then you obviously have to do it, right? So you got to save that deal for you and for your company. So very important. It's obviously part of retention. A lot of gyms don't think about that, but they don't have a very good retention protocol for when people want to quit. They just let them do it. I never understood that. You're letting them down. It's not that you're pressuring them to keep them. You're literally letting them down. And why are you letting them down? You're letting them down because they counted on you when they committed to you initially to help keep them consistent, to provide them with the knowledge to get in shape or improve their health, whatever their goals were, and someone to hold them accountable. If you're not holding them accountable and you're not giving them the information, you're not helping them get in shape, then you failed them. That's not pressure. That's what they needed. They needed positive pressure at the beginning, and apparently you didn't apply that. Or they got lost in the shuffle somewhere. Fine, but you need to go in there and you got to save it now. You got to establish that rapport, trust again, and reclose the deal by providing solutions after you have a thorough understanding of what the reason is why they want to discontinue their membership or their training with you, their services. All right. Till next time, guys. Remember, like, share. If you need help, if you need consulting, if you need sales training, I'm your man. We can do one-on-one. I can come into your business. I can speak for you. I teach classes, courses, seminars, and of course these videos. So if you need anything, please let me know. Until next time.